changing the face of education. They're teaching educators to be colorblind and color sensitive. The educational think tank behind this change is the Tomas Rivera Center in Claremont. Here to talk about the educational needs of Latino students as policy researcher for the center is Lisa Magaña. Also with us is Assistant Dean of Campus Life at Pomona College, Christine Rodriguez. She's involved with the Chicano Studies Center at Claremont Colleges. Thank you both for being with us. Can you first of all, Lisa, tell us about the center and how they're involved in the educational process?
Tomas Rivera Center is a policy research center, and it's dedicated to Latino policy research. We do education, economic, and social policy research. Some of the educational issues that we look at is preparing teachers to teach multi-ethnic classrooms, retaining Latino students in K-12 classes, as well as high school and college, looking at junior colleges and other issues that impact the success of students in college.
Okay,
K-12.
Why is something like this needed? What's currently going on right now in the educational system?
Well, we have a high school dropout rate for Latinos in some areas that's 60% or higher. Christine and I were talking about this. If a student can stay in high school, make it through high school, the chances of going to college become even smaller. So we need to focus on different ways of increasing the amount of Latinos in higher ed. And of course, graduate school would be even nicer.
Mm-hmm. What are college campuses doing to help out this Latino population and educate them?
Well, I think that college campuses nationwide are beginning to realize that the issue of diversity and whether or not we should have multiculturalism is moot. It's here. The question is now, how do we make it work? And at the Claremont colleges, the Chicano Studies Center has been around since the early 70s, which means that the Claremont colleges have realized from early on that Latinos were going to be playing a major part in the coming future. And currently, Chicano Studies is more of an academic and a support place as opposed to a social place. I mean, it does some social programming, but it really is concerned with keeping students at the Claremont colleges in school, supporting them with tutoring, with personal counseling, and they do some social things. Like, for example, there was a celebration called Dia de los Muertos, and it is the Mexican version of Halloween. And it's something that a lot of Chicano students who are second or third generation don't grow up really hearing about or knowing about. And Chicano Studies sees itself as exposing even Chicano students who may not have been exposed to that, to these ethnic and cultural things.
What would you say, both of you, some of the barriers to Latino students as far as education goes? Lisa?
Oh, well, okay. First of all, there's very few role models. The amount of teachers that students get to see that are like them are very few, and that becomes very important. Some of the areas that Latino students live are very poor, and it's difficult for families, and just the whole idea of going to school becomes so difficult, and that in high school it goes and it continues.
And the other part of the problem is that even though college campuses are making an effort to recruit students of color, once the students of color arrive on campus, many times the ball is dropped. The students are there, but everyone kind of looks around and says, well, gee, what do we do now? They don't feel comfortable, they don't feel part of the community, and that's something that I think all colleges are going to have to learn to work with and to address that issue, because it's not just enough to bring students to campus. You've got to work on revising the curriculum to make it more representative of those students' cultural and ethnic backgrounds. You've got to work on diversifying the faculty so that the leadership is there so students can look and see role models that look like them. And you've got to work at administration also.